My name is Algimantas. I present spiritual teachings in both my native language, Lithuanian, and English. Now I'll show you the environment I'm in. This is the high school. The kids are having some physical training class. They do desire to grow up healthy. That's why they need practice. They need exercising. This is Creator's evolutionary plan that our physical body should experience a certain tension that we might raise our pulse almost twice, at least for a half hour a day, by different physical exercising, be it say cycling or swimming or jogging or any other physical culture. It depends upon the man's desire and hobbies, interest. So this is a very quiet place. I love this living area. So today I decided just to speak about Creator's will, because very few know what is Creator's will and how to do Creator's will. It's a big question to many, and because they do not know this crucial thing. This is a plane, very small, because in the neighborhood there is a small airport. So very many people, well, actually the absolute majority of them, do not know first what is Creator's will, how to know Creator's will, and how to do Creator's will. That's why today I decided to give my spiritual teachings on Creator's will. Like I mentioned before, taking a shot of the kids in the stadium, they are at a physical exercising class. So of course, they desire to be healthy. Well, at this young age, they are healthy naturally because the body is not that much polluted. But in general, this physical body has been designed by Creator for our personality inhabiting this body. This body is a just temporary vehicle on this planet, the very initial planet on our way to paradise, while implementing Creator's commandment and our destiny, which is also bestowed upon us by Creator, to reach Him on paradise and stand in His immediate presence. Even though Creator has no form, no body, He is a person, a personality, and even more, the source and center of personality and the source and center of all energy. All the universe is created out of Creator's energy, of energy living vibrations in different frequencies. That's why there are such an immense variety of different forms of energy. See, my body is also Creator's energy in a very low frequency variety, which is the material. The material body has a very low frequency energy vibrations. My spiritual part within this body, my spiritual personality bestowed upon me and upon any person, be it, say, a mortal, or for you to easier to understand, for you just easier to understand, any human being or soul, which is our next step to become a soul identity of the personality, of the same personality, indwelling this very temporary material vehicle, human body. And after passing the stage of our identity development on the soul level, we will arrive at our spiritual level of our spiritual personality identity. That would be still higher frequency vibrations form that we will be inhabiting. So everything is in movement. Within the body, electrons are circling around the proton at a huge, immense speeds, some 30,000 times a second. And the body needs physical exercising. So Creator's will, just to exercise our body and not simply to enjoy a healthy life, but to have this body according to Creator's will, that it should always do good deeds by always being healthy and ready to do good deeds, so that our personality all the time would use this body while doing Creator's will. So Creator's will is also a real and living phenomenon. You cannot touch it. You cannot see it. But your spiritual personality first feels, second knows what is Creator's will, knows within itself, within the spiritual personality. But there is one very crucial condition. This spiritual personality, like any other, first of all should discover Creator within the personality, within. Not somewhere high in the sky or far away in the mountains or in the forest, on the desert. No, within. Because Creator has bestowed on mortals His own spirit, a thought adjuster. A thought adjuster. Because this entity, it's pre-personal, not yet personality, but indwelling our mind, but not our brain, the material body, which is the control center of our body, material body. But it depends upon the spiritual personality indwelling this body. How this brain is operating, which way the personality is looking at Creator, that is Creator as well, or the opposite side, to the evil, or to selfishness, even while accumulating comfort for one's own person, for the body, and his own family. And they might consider they are good people because they do not try to offend anyone, to exploit anyone. They live and lead an honest life. But they do not know anything about Creator. And they don't care for Him. They simply consider it's not, well, reality, what others are saying. There is Creator, and you have to discover Him within. You have to have your personal faith in Creator. For them, they might appear as stupid people. Just they are beside themselves. They live in some fancies. That's not right, because without Creator, there would be no energy. There would be no civilization on this world. Not any hint of the civilization, because there would be no life, which is also the manifestation of Creator's energy, but either to doing Creator's will or opposing it. And that depends upon the parents. If they discover Creator within themselves, of course, they do know it, because they experience Creator every single moment. This is reality. For me, just everything is Creator in a variety of forms of His manifestation, like the grass, like the sky, clouds, the sun, trees, people around, animals, beasts. But I am also within this environment. But I have a choice to choose between evil and goodness. No any other form of life has such a choice, but the personality life form, because we have been bestowed also by Creator a free will, and we operate on a free will basis. Each of our solutions, decisions are made by our free will. Even if I wake up, get up and wash myself, shave myself, put on clothes, I'm doing it because I make such decisions to do at a certain sequence all these actions. But each action is made by my free choice decision. How much it might be insignificant, or how much it might be enormous, all the same, a personality is making a free will decision to do this or that action. But the absolute majority of people are at a loss in a maze of darkness, because they do not first care for Creator. Therefore, they are unable to do Creator as well, because they don't search for Creator. Therefore, they cannot be sincere in their life. It is impossible to be a sincere person without first discovering Creator within. And sincerity is the quality, one of the qualities of the Creator's character, because He is the source and center of sincerity. So that's why I'm training future spiritual teachers. That's why I'm teaching them how to discover Creator within. And I will tell you now, just in a nutshell, you'll have, since you don't have any habit of addressing Creator due to different reasons, but the basis of these reasons is your subconscious fear that does not allow you to even have the smallest idea about the existence of Creator. But if you do acknowledge there is some higher power, higher force, higher mind that is arranging all this dome above our head, all these stars, they are not simply in a chaotic movement. It is not that a bigger body in space attracts a smaller one and a certain orbit is being applied by this or that space body in its movement around a bigger one, like our planets in the solar system are flying around the huge sun. But the source and center of all this is attraction. Attraction that is given by Creator's energy. It is not simply that there are bodies attracting one another in space. This is controlled by Creator through different agencies of power centers, of energy supervisors of different level, because there are over 30 different sorts of energy. We do not even have any idea why so many, because our environment does not need all these sorts of energy. But Creator, as the source and center of all development, that is evolution, has also programmed through the operation of different centers all this creation, which is material, with planets for our living, with different architectural spheres that are specially made and architectured, designed for a certain task to be performed, while educating and controlling and governing a certain segment of the universe. Everything is in order, not in a chaos, not in some mess. But without Creator, we can mess up with our life. But no energy can escape the control of different agencies of Creator. The material plane on the energy level is not disrupted. It's being controlled perfectly by Creator through the operation of different agencies. And our planet is also protected and preserved from annihilation of the ultraviolet rays coming out of the sun, because a certain level of these rays is necessary to produce a certain sort of vitamins on our planet, but not exceeding that level. And there are over 20 different means of protection for our planet. And the so-called global warming, it's nothing but the invention of human and silly mind. Because this sort of human mind does not even have any idea that Creator is protecting this planet through His own different means, over 20 of them. And atmosphere is one of these means. But beyond atmosphere, there are other means that are being constantly preserved by different personalities and energy centers. So everything is abiding by Creator's will. Everything and all personalities, except the lowest level mortals. So to make the very first step, you should realize that you would not be able to exist and be born even out of a material woman's, your earthly mother's womb, without the existence of Creator. No beast, no animal would be able to appear on the planet without Creator. So that's why it is crucial that about Creator, kids should learn as early as possible within their family, at school, at the university, just by a growing level of in-depth revelation of Creator and the environment to their level and to their mind. So to get back to the discovery of Creator within, you should fix a certain time that would be a regular time when you should find a very peaceful environment, either at your home or anywhere in the nature. It depends upon your choice. So if you find this environment, fix the time that you would sit or stand, but in a comfortable body position. And stay in this peaceful atmosphere, at least for some 10 minutes. And try to think what is pleasant to you about. Either just recall some of the episodes of your long past or recent past, or what would you just envision into your own future? What would you desire to expect from your future? Just what is peacifying your mind and what is pleasant for you to think about, so that your energy vibrations would go higher to a higher frequency. Once you are agitated, once you are pursuing your own interests, your mind is focused on the moment, which might be not always pleasant for you, but you need to pass through this moment. And of course, at this moment of stress and tension, your energy vibrations are dropping down, and considerably. So that's why Creator, as the source and center of top frequency vibrations, pacifies your mind. If you sincerely address Him, it does it just right at the moment you are addressing Him with a certain plea. But for you just to begin this sort of, well, addressing Creator, you have to pacify your mind. Once you get accustomed to this, then open up your own inner world, as humans call it. But I say, open up your personality, which is within this body, which is full of different ideas, which is full of different intellectual knowledge. And all this is scattered in a mess. You should not be able to accumulate all this in order without Creator Himself. But since you do not know Creator personally, so it's time at least to acknowledge that He is real and it does exist, and it is possible to address Him. But how to address Him? Nobody has told you. So do it in your own sincere words. No matter what words might be, well, rough, or you might call, well, not creative. The crucial thing is your sincerity. It's the quality of Creator's character, sincerity. And we receive sincerity out of Creator. So express yourself with any idea you desire to express to Him. It doesn't matter until it is sincere. With time, you should get accustomed to this sort of peace and addressing Him, either in your thoughts, but would be better for you in your voice. And you shall get accustomed to this inner state of your consciousness. Your personality is getting stronger by its identity. Just addressing Creator without any fear that you should, well, fear Him. He might punish you. He never punishes anyone. He expresses top frequency energy vibrations, which people usually call by their term, love. But I transform any phenomenon to a certain frequency of vibrations. So once you get accustomed to this sort of inner state of your consciousness, try then to address him by a certain personal name at your choice. Say how you imagine a loving person, the most loving and dear person. So address that image given to Creator. You may say, my beloved father, my beloved mother, my beloved brother. Any word is, well, suitable and appropriate until you are doing it sincerely. I want to reiterate it all the time. Sincerity is the crucial key in your faith, which is living, but before you acquire faith within, sincerity should be the very first stepstone that you would stand on. Once you also get accustomed to this sort of your inner state, try to use then already the Father's person's name, the Father. It would be more appropriate for a grown-up, the universal Father, the Father of all, the Father of every goodness and beauty. If you consider it's not enough for you, you may address him by my beloved source and center. Source, it's the widest for the whole of creation term of Creator, because he is truly the source. Again, sincerity should be dominant within this experience. And what is the most wonderful in all this, that gradually you will begin to feel a deep comfort within your own self. That would be your spiritual personality's reaction to the higher frequency of vibrations coming out of Creator directly. And the personality is already on this level to receive them by the personality's opening in sincerity to Creator. And this inner sensation will give you more confidence, self-confidence, and even trust to this very source, to this very universal Father, to this very Creator. And this experience, if you apply this method in sincerity, will bring you to the level that you begin to ask Creator, what is your will? How I might make my own contribution to doing your will? And again, with time, you will receive his energy vibrations with the response for you personally. What is Creator's will? And how to do this will just for you personally. Because each of us is of different spiritual enlightenment, intellectual understanding, experiential living. All this is truly, purely individual, personal. That's why, just in a general way, I can say Creator is attracting all to make everyone's personal contribution to the implementation of his evolutionary plan that provides ever more enlightenment on the whole of creation, and on each planet, be the planets inhabited by mortals, and there are over 7 trillion planets with mortals. 7 trillion, that is 7,000 billions of planets with mortals. Plus there are evolutionary, that's not evolutionary, but architectural spheres. They are specially designed and created out of Creator's energy. So the soul, identity, personalities receive teachings there. So their understanding of creation is already higher. Of course, the doing of Creator's will is also a little bit different for them than, say, for us. But the tendency is to radiate Creator's energy vibrations. We begin to experience within our personality by doing good deeds for the benefit of the whole. And as Creator, I've told you before, has bestowed His Spirit, a thought adjuster, on our mind. So this thought adjuster is leading us that we would not be too timid, too shy, too embarrassed to do goodness to others. He is leading that we would liberate ourselves out of the cages, be these cages our apartments or houses within 4 walls, that we would reach out for our brethren, because Creator is one for all the creation family, and humanity is a small puppy of the whole of creation family. So that's why expand your horizon of intellectual level, of your spiritual outlook, and even reach the cosmic insight. But if you tread on this, what I call living path of Creator, you will experience my words are true. You will confirm them by your experiences, and you will become stronger. You will feel it, experience it. And the moment shall come, you will begin to feel satisfaction from what you are doing to others. Inner comfort, peace, and strength. and every material cell will respond to it by its health operation according to Creator's will, so that this vehicle, temporary vehicle bestowed by Creator on us, is turning ever healthier, stronger, and in reality is becoming our means for realizing our own spiritual personality on this initial world of our indwelling, on our way to our Creator, our Paradise parents, the Paradise Trinity, and the Aggregate Deity I Am, written in all capital characters. So that's truly wonderful. Just embark upon this living path. Tread on the living path. And you will experience my words are true. My words are Creator's words. For your assistance, for your enlightenment, for your expanding of your thinking, outlook, the horizon of your intellect, but most of all, for your spiritual awakening. You need to contribute to the implementation of Creator's evolutionary plan. So it's nice. With this, I desire to finish my teaching for you. And I'm truly embracing you, embracing with my spiritual sight, embrace. And leaving you with Creator. Just that wide embrace in spirit.